in today's session of Divorce Court. When Danny Kroon met Jody, he fell head over heels in love. But now Danny says that lovin' feelin' is gone.
2 days after you were married?
Yep.
The love was gone that fast?
Yep.
And he's had enough of their violent marriage.
Well, she hit me in the face with a barbecue grill.
This little woman hit you in the face with a barbecue grill?
I know.
What's your problem?
I don't know.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
She kicks me between the legs holding a little baby walking down the steps.
We might as well end this battle now.
Today, Jody Kroon and Danny Kroon face off in divorce court.
All rise. Court is now in session. Maybelline Ephraim presiding. You may be seated.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is the matter of Jody Kroon and Danny Kroon. I understand that after 2 years of marriage, you're filing for divorce, Mr. Kroon?
Yes, I am.
Why so soon?
Well, because I don't have an opportunity to have any time to myself. When she gets upset about things, I get hit, kicked, things thrown at me.
What do you mean by hit, kicked, and things thrown at you?
Well, she hit me in the face with a barbecue grill on top of a barbecue grill.
This little woman hit you in the face with a barbecue grill?
Got a scar on my face.
That's not true.
The last episode that happened.
Wait a minute. Slow down. I want to digest this. This woman standing to your left hit you in the face with a barbecue grill.
That's right.
What size barbecue grill?
One of them big Weber's grills. The top of it, she took the top of it and hit me in the face.
Oh, the top hit you in the face?
Yes.
What made her do that?
I don't even remember what the argument was about. It was 2 days after we were married.
2 days after you were married?
Yep.
The love was gone that fast?
Yep.
Well, or was there ever any love there?
Yeah, there was.
2 days after you married, the man you stood at the altar and said you loved, you picked up a barbecue grill
and threw it at the car.
And threw it at him?
He tried to catch it. And
he tried to catch it?
I was throwing it at the car.
So what, were you playing baseball?
No, I was throwing it at the car.
You were throwing the barbecue grill at the car?
The top of it, yes.
And he wasn't anywhere near the car?
No. He was in the car.
Who do you think you're talking to? A zip dang fool? You threw it at him?
At the car.
Okay.
I threw it at the car.
All right. And Mr. Kroon just happened to have been in the car.
That's right. I already said that.
And had it hit him, you would have been just so upset over that.
I didn't say that.
Because you really didn't want to hit him.
I was hitting the car.
Okay. See if my 5-year-old granddaughter will believe it. I don't.
But the last straw was when I had the flu and my son had the flu, and I asked her to take him to the hospital because he was going to be admitted.
He's already lying.
He hasn't said anything yet.
Yeah, well, he's already lying.
And I'm walking out the door. So she won't take him, so I get dressed. I get the baby dressed. I walk out the door. She kicks me between the legs, holding a little baby walking down the steps.
Not true.
She kicked you in the legs?
Between the legs.
Between the legs? You mean the groin?
Yes.
It's not true.
While you're holding your baby?
Yes.
A sick baby?
A sick baby.
Trying to get to the hospital?
Yes. So I take him to the hospital.
Wait, stop. Sad. This calls for a pause. What part about what he said is sad?
That he's lying.
Okay, tell me what he's lying about. Give me your version.
Kicking him, me not wanting to go to the hospital. It's all a lie.
I just want to talk about, did he have the baby in his hand?
Yes, he did.
Well, maybe you'll describe it differently, like you did throwing the top.
No.
Maybe you were kicking at the floor.
No, I won't. I didn't kick him.
Did you kick at him?
No, I didn't.
Why'd you plead guilty in a court of law to it then?
I didn't plead guilty.
She pled guilty to it?
Not true.
Yes,
they dropped it.
She did.
They dropped the charges. They dropped the charges.
She's on probation for it.
I'm on probation because I resisted arrest because they came to the hospital and took my baby out of my arms.
Oh, so you didn't kick him at the hospital, kick him in the groin, but you did something at the hospital?
I didn't want to go to the police. I wanted to stay with my son in the hospital.
What'd you do at the hospital?
I resisted arrest.
Why did you resist arrest?
I just told you. They took my son out of my arms.
Why did they take your son out of your arms?
Because he called and lied.
And
are you listening? Are you listening?
Who do you... You know what? I'm listening real well.
I just told you.
I'm listening real well.
At the bench.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're not going to be able
All
to
right.
plead your case.
It's not my listening that's the problem. It's your communicating that's the problem.
Okay. I'll try again.
No, you're not going to talk when I talk.
Okay.
Are you listening? It's your communication that's the problem.
I'll try harder.
Now tell me something. When she
I've got a scar
hit
from
you,
where he hit me. When I was pregnant, drug me by my feet out of the trailer. When I told him I was pregnant, he wanted me to have an abortion. I wouldn't. He drugged me by my feet.
How long into the marriage did he drag you by your feet out of the trailer?
We weren't even married then. That's when I left him. No, he came crawling back when I was 5.5 months pregnant and asked me to marry him.
Here's a man. Dragged you by your feet out of the trailer. Mm-hmm. You haven't married him yet.
Right.
And you married him?
Yep. I know.
What's your problem?
I don't know.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I didn't know him well enough to marry him, and you don't. Please don't lecture me.
So what's his big? Don't tell me what not to do.
I'm just asking you, please, because I know I was a stupid mistake.
Okay,
I married him.
I didn't lecture you.
I wanted
asked
a baby.
You,
That's I had a baby.
Stop. Let's get a few things straight.
Okay.
I didn't lecture you. I asked you a question.
Okay.
Don't tell me what to do and not to do.
Please don't, because I know it was a stupid mistake. That's what I said, Your Honor.
Oh, maybe you need to soften the tone a little bit. Now you want to end the marriage because of that?
I want to end the marriage because I can't trust him. He lies and he's controlling.
What do you mean by controlling?
Well,
I can't imagine anybody controlling you.
Yeah.
I'm having a difficult time doing it.
He always had to have control of the money, all the money.
You mean handling the money in the household?
Yes.
Who worked?
I did.
Why did he control the money?
I don't know. You'd have to, I don't know.
I have to ask him?
No, you don't have to, but
Why did you control the money?
So that the bills would get paid. And
you controlled the money so that the bills could get paid?
Yep.
So you were the person who handled finances better?
Yes.
Since you all have been fighting for the last 2 years or more?
Yeah, we've pretty much been fighting since we got married.
No, since before you got married. According to you, before you got married, remember?
Oh, yeah.
You forgot that part.
Yeah, that's true. But that, yeah.
So we might as well end this battle now.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Ready?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're still fighting. And what are you fighting over today?
Just today?
Yes.
He wants his ring. He's
what
got
ring?
It's a black onyx ring.
Why are you wearing it on your thumb?
Well, it was in the pawn shop. And
Joe, let me see that ring, please.
When in Minnesota, when you pawn a group, like we pawned a few things, you can't just take one thing out. You have to take it all out. My wedding rings were in that group, and so I had to get that back when I got my wedding ring out. That's why I have it. That's the only reason I have it.
Which I pawned in my name, and she went down there, and I don't know how she got the pawn shop to release everything to her, but
that's not my fault. It's the pawn shop.
Wait a minute. So you pawned the wedding ring?
Yeah, we were broke.
And
this is the day before he called the police on me, too.
The day before, you didn't kick him in the groin, but you got arrested anyway?
Exactly.
That day?
Yes. The day before, he pawned our jewelry. Isn't that a coincidence?
You pawned all the jewelry?
He had it planned out. The whole thing, he had it planned out. What he was going to do.
She knew I was.
Your Honor, look at the list. There's we had a lot of stuff in the pawn shop.
I'd like to look at the list.
Her wedding ring was pawned on February 17th. The rest of the jewelry was pawned on February 20th.
I got it all out at the same time, though.
So who did you call a liar?
He's a liar.
You told me in order to get this ring out,
right,
your wedding ring out,
right,
you had to get this ring.
Right.
Now, if I have 2 receipts,
right,
where the wedding ring is on its own receipt, why couldn't you just get the wedding ring out?
Well, because on that list of things, there's also some of my jewelry that lists with more than one thing. And I didn't know that he pawned the wedding ring until after he pawned the wedding ring and came home with the money.
No, she wanted that ring because that ring, that's my black eye ring to my daughter, my nieces, and my nephews.
That's not true.
I chase them around, tell them, come here, I'm going to give you a black eye, and I chase them all over.
I didn't want his ring.
Now that I don't have the ring no more.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
This is your black eye ring.
Yeah, that's what my...
You chase your nieces and nephews? You mean small children?
Yeah.
You chase them around?
Yeah.
And you say you're going to give them a black eye with this ring?
Come here, I'm going to give you a black eye, yeah.
Why would you tease children about giving them a black eye with a ring?
Just a fun thing to do, play around.
You need to find another way to have fun. That's nothing funny.
I have. I don't have the ring no more.
Without a ring, I'm talking about. You missed my point.
No, I got your point.
Let me make it real clear to you, because that just flew past your head. You need to find another way to play with children rather than teasing them that you're going to give them a black eye, whether it's with this black onyx ring or anything else. Don't tease children about violence. That's my point.
When divorce court returns, Danny testifies about selling a family heirloom without Jody's permission.
I'll do whatever I have to do to take care of my kids. I don't care what it is I sell.
Spare me.
If you would like to have the judge hear your case in divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or email us at www.divorcecourttv.com. Divorce Court is back in the case of Jody and Danny Kroon, who agree on only one thing, that their violent marriage should end.
So why did you pawn the jewelry?
We needed money.
So it was agreed that the jewelry could be pawned?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, so now that you took everything out of the pawn shop and you got all your jewelry back,
yes.
Why are you keeping the black onyx ring?
Well, first of all, it cost me $42.50, I think it was, to get it out. Second of all, I wanted that, and he wouldn't give me that. Can I just say?
What is that?
It's a mother of pearl cigarette case and lighter that my father gave me. And can I say one thing, Your Honor?
You're talking.
There's a lot of things that I want, and that mean a lot to me. And one of the things I wanted him to bring today was an antique fishing tackle box that was my grandfather's, my dad's. It had the original.
Well, I was told that the antique fishing tackle box has already been sold.
He sold it. It was mine.
So how could he bring it today?
I know. I just found out, though. That's why I'm saying I'm not the one that's keeping his stuff. He has all my stuff. He's selling it. I just want my things. That's the only reason I had the ring.
So you're holding his ring until he gives you what?
Well,
what things?
A lot of things, but there's a couple things that I really wanted, and that's one of them. So I'm giving him the ring to get my mother a pearl.
Let me see that.
I've already told her she can have everything that she wants. All she has to do is tell me where to bring it.
But the thing is, Your Honor, is I don't have a place right now.
I have friends that will come help me move all her stuff. And,
I don't have a place right now to store things. And so in the meantime, he's taking.
Well, you don't need to store this. This is a beautiful cigarette lighter.
I know, it was from my father. It's mother of pearl.
Hold on. And this is the case?
Yes.
It's awfully beautiful.
Thank you.
Now, why does she need to store this?
She don't, but I want my ring back.
But you just said that.
He comes down.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Both of you, do you listen to yourselves talk, or you just talk? You just said that you are willing to give her all her stuff as long as she gives you back her ring when she finds a place to store it. But what does that have to do with this cigarette case and this lighter? She doesn't need any place to store this.
No.
He comes down every week.
So why haven't you given it to her?
Because
that's not the truth.
That's the only thing I'm in possession of that means anything to her to get my ring back.
That's not true, Your Honor.
I thought you were in possession of everything.
He is.
I am. But she doesn't,
he comes down
the rest
every
of it she
week.
doesn't worry about.
Oh, that's not true. I asked him about that tackle box every week. That was my son.
Where's the fishing tackle box?
I sold the fishing tackle box so I could buy medicine and diapers for my son.
$25, he said. You know, and you know what?
When did you do that?
The tackle was in like the original box.
2 days after he was released from the hospital.
He's fine.
You have a receipt for that?
No.
He told me he did.
Who did you sell it to?
An antique dealer.
Did you know that fishing tackle box came from her father?
And my grandfather.
She gave it to me in the first place.
I did not. I gave it to my son. I wanted my son, my grandfather,
and then after she gave it to me, she said, "Why don't we save it for Danny?"
No, that's
and I said,
true.
"Okay, fine, sounds good."
So it was for my son.
So
Why
you
would
agreed that she gave it to you and said, "Why don't we save it for Danny?"
Yes, ma'am.
Saving it for Danny is not giving it to you to sell.
Well, at the time, I needed
There's
money.
a lot of things he could have sold.
So then you needed the money.
Pardon?
So you sold it because you needed the money.
I needed the money for my son.
$25?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much it was. How much. It was for Danny.
The only thing that was worth anything in there, that why he bought it, was 2 of the reels that were in there.
It was for Danny.
I'm sitting here quiet because I'm just shaking my head in disgust.
Well,
Not because I don't have a lot to say.
I'll do whatever I have to do to take care of my kids. I don't care what it is I sell.
Spare me.
She was going to sell, a month before that, she was going to sell it herself.
But it was hers to sell.
No, it wasn't. It was mine. She gave it to me.
I would never sell that, Your Honor.
You just said that she gave it to your son.
She gave it to me and said, "Why don't we save it for Danny?"
You don't listen to yourself talk. What else do you have that belongs to Miss Kroon?
He killed my dog.
What happened to the dog?
Your Honor, he killed my dog 2 weeks after.
You say he killed the dog 2 weeks what?
2 weeks after he had me arrested. I called him. he told me I needed a place, find a place for Magic. And when I called him,
you're saying 2 weeks later your dog was killed?
I found a home. My girlfriend Diane's sister was going to take him, and he said.
Didn't. You said he didn't have nowhere to put him. You said put him to sleep then, and you hung
Your
up.
Honor, I just had him at the vet. I paid for 2.
You put the dog to sleep?
Yeah. This dog was a 150-pound black lab. He was blind. He couldn't hardly get up off the floor. He was walking into the walls. He couldn't even walk down the steps without falling.
I just
asked you one question. Was the dog alive when she went to jail?
Yes.
Was the dog alive for 2 weeks?
Yes.
So why all of a sudden it became necessary to put him to death?
I got a notice from the trailer court saying that any dogs that were brought in after a certain date, which we didn't even live there then, had to be gone.
So why didn't you just give the dog to her?
I called and told her that I had to get rid of him.
This is the first time I ever even found out how he was killed him.
You didn't have to put him to death. Why you just couldn't take him to a pound? Why you couldn't give him away to somebody?
Nobody wants a dog that's blind, that's 150 pounds, that can't get up.
Did you ask?
No, it's not my dog. It's her dog.
Yeah, it was not your dog.
There it is. It was her dog.
I told her.
You didn't even ask to see if somebody wanted it.
I asked her. She told me, she got mad and told me to put the dog to sleep. So I did.
Why would she tell you to put the dog to sleep and now she's standing here crying over the dog?
Well, because she had the dog for a long time. The dog meant something to her.
See, and that's
why would she tell you to put the dog to sleep?
She didn't have nowhere to bring him.
That's not true.
Oh, I'm with her now. You're a liar.
I don't have.
No.
What happens here is you hit with your hands or whatever, and you hit with objects, things, possessions. You hit her like that. I can't hit you with my fist because I don't hit a woman, but I'll kill your dog and I'll hit your heart. That's the game you play. You play the game of I'll hit you with my hands or anything else I can pick up. Both of you need to stop the hitting game.
Yes, ma'am, you're right.
When divorce court resumes, the judge renders her verdict. And an update on the case of Karen Trumbo versus Gary Trumbo.
You left me. You left everything.
Divorce court will be back in session in a moment. Divorce court is back and the verdict is in. In the case of Danny Kroon, who says although his wife is small in size, her temper is very big.
Joe, this is going to be real simple. What two adults could have done a long time ago, give him the ring, give her the cigarette case and the lighter. Now.
Please, can I? It cost me $42.50 to get that out of the pawn shop.
So what $42.50 are you talking about?
To get that ring out, we got $35 for the ring. Okay.
The ring was with a long list of things.
I know, but it says on there $35. Now, when you get the ring back out of pawn, they charge you, like an interest.
Okay, give me a receipt that shows me that you paid $42.50 to get the ring out.
Can you show her that receipt?
That's not a receipt.
It didn't say how much you paid to get it out. It just said what they gave you for it when you put it in.
That's the same receipt I have. He's the one that told me it was $42.50. I thought it was $35.
I thought you got it out.
I did, but I didn't have the receipt.
You know what you paid, and they gave you a receipt when you got it out.
No, they gave me the same receipt as he has. But
oh, please. Court's adjourned.
All rise.
When divorce court returns, an update on the case of Karen Trumbo versus Gary Trumbo.
Seen him standing there, birthday suit, naked, yeah.
So how did the ex-boyfriend get in your bed?
Closed captioning for divorce court provided by. If you would like to have the judge hear your case in divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or email us at www.divorcecourttv.com. And now for an update on a previous case in divorce court. Karen and Gary argued constantly during their 6 months of marriage, but she says she never wanted it to end in divorce.
You left me. You left everything. I just got so tired of him yelling at me, I want a divorce, I want a divorce.
I mean, you stand up here trying to act all innocent. I know that there's something more to this story than what you're telling me.
But Gary said Karen didn't act like a married woman, especially when he caught her with her ex-husband.
Did you ever catch her cheating?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, come on, take me there.
Seen him standing there, birthday suit, naked, yeah.
So how did the ex-boyfriend get in your bed?
Karen brought Gary to court to get back one of their wedding gifts, and the judge agreed. After they left court, Gary said Karen invited him to her son's birthday party. When he got there, her ex-husband showed up and Gary left.
Well, I think that I should have gotten the money to get it out, but, you know, I'm satisfied. I just wish I would have gotten the $4,250.
I like it. I got my ring back finally, and I know the judge knows that she's lying. And everything I did for my son, and I'm happy with the decision. And now we can live our lives, and she can go her way, and I'll go mine.